Hey Pisces, I'm Leanna Nicole Black, and this is your general tarot reading for June 2019. It is relevant to Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This time, I would say also Venus in Pisces. This is for you too. So you can see you don't get the same aesthetic that everybody else got over the month. I'm not even wearing any makeup. I haven't done any eyebrows. Haven't done my hair. If I could, I would have just come on screen naked, but it wouldn't have been appropriate. There is something really pared back, very nude, necessary for this reading, as if I felt like I needed to show up as my fullest, truest, most vulnerable self, really, without any of the armor of beauty or any performance at all, in order to give you this message. And I don't even know why. There's just something about the energy I'm in today. So I do have a couple of announcements for you before we get into your cards, and they're in a very beautiful kind of symmetry. So my announcements are that AStROMIXER is on the 21st, which is this coming Friday. It's my astrology games night for soulful and self-aware adults. There's a few tickets left. They've mostly been purchased now, but I would love for you to come along, Pisces. You're so welcome. Tickets are on my website, NicoleBlack.com. And what's my other announcement? I think I've been announcing Divine Love at School, but I don't feel like talking about that here. So you can curiously investigate my profile page or go to my website if you want to know more about Divine Love at School. So, okay, let's get into your reading. It's very beautiful to me as a Virgo, as in the symmetry of it is beautiful. The way the reading is structured is beautiful. If this goes over 10 minutes, and I think it might, then look out for part two. It will be on my IGTV. If you're watching on YouTube, it's all in one part. So I have really four cards that come out at the very beginning of your reading, and it speaks to me as one of two things. Either this is four different types of Pisces watching this, so maybe only one of these cards is really where you are and where you're living. So this is four types of Pisces, or it's four different lessons that you're experiencing. So use your intuition to sense how you can vibe with this message, because it's a little sophisticated in the way it's been given. So the first card is the Fool card. The second card is the Five of Pentacles reversed. The third card is the Eight of Wands reversed, and the fourth card is the Three of Wands reversed. And you'll notice that all four cards came out reversed, every single one. So this is really about kind of some inward mental processing here, some internalized energy, something for you to work on within. And it may just be that you're one of these cards, that one of these cards is the character you are this month, or it's that you need to master all of these lessons. So let's start with the Fool card. This is hesitation I'm feeling, Pisces. This would normally be a wonderful new beginning, advancement, exploring outward, moving with your childlike, sometimes even naivety, but using that to propel you forward, using that to block you from any fears of what's on the other side of this cliff. Your willingness to kind of offer yourself to the world, to just give of yourself, and to be in the rapture and the beauty of this experience. That's this energy. It's in reverse. You are lingering at the precipice, some of you, teetering at the edge, not knowing if you should really push yourself forward. And it's because the truth is, whilst you have an eternal childlike nature inside, you do have the wisdom, the wounds, and the experiences of being an adult human being. Okay, so you are the internal divine child, but you are also living through human experiences, and you have been wounded. Ten of Swords. You have been hurt. You have been let down. You've been betrayed. You've been lied to. You've had all the things that will break a person's spirit. You've experienced them, Pisces. And this is at the level of your mind here. So I don't even think that many of you are physically in this place. You're in a place of mentally remembering what it was like when you were down and out, what it was like when you were on the ground, what it was like when you didn't have anything. You remember it, and it's making you wonder if you want to push any further down this path, because you're in a good place. Blessings are here. I said this to you towards the beginning of the year. I can't believe we're like already in July. We're in June. I'm apparently already in July. Blessings are here. You are receiving a lot of career opportunities. You are receiving a lot of abundance, a lot of abilities to connect with people, to partner with people. Things are good. It's busy, it's hectic, it's putting a demand on you, but you know it's good growth, and you're happy in this sweet spot, and you're not sure you want to push it any further. It's like a lottery game to you, or like, or poker, or being at the casino, and you're like, yeah, my luck's been good. Do I really want to push this any further? Yes, you do. God didn't call you to half a road, Pisces. You don't stop part way down the journey. You don't just like sit, I don't know, in the middle of the road and go, weird, I had a dream about journeys like last night. You don't just kind of pull up where you are and go, oh, I know that there's more down that road, but I will stay. That's not what God's asking of you. For others, you've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse here. This is impoverishment. Some of you are still in this state of impoverishment. Now, whilst it's Pentacles, this can be debt, finances, resources, or even feeling impoverished by the work that you do. Like the work that you do doesn't feed your soul. It's not just that though, because it's really the Pentacles here represents what you value. I think that's why Spirit said this relates to Venus in Pisces as well. It's what you value here. And you are overdrawn when this card comes up. You are beyond out in the cold. You are beyond stripped. You are destitute almost. But there's a way out with this card in reverse. And the way out is actually the King of Cups. There he is. Not typically Pisces energy, but it's a water sign card. So it is you this time around. Fill in the leaks, Pisces. Fill in the gaps. You're leaking water. You're leaking energy. You're leaking ashe. You're leaking your spiritual currency. That's why you're nearly destitute. Energetically, this is for a lot of you. Some of you, this is finances and physical, but for some of you, this is really energy you're leaking. You are needing to figure out how to be this, which is not to switch off your perceptiveness, not to switch off your generosity, not to switch off your giving, not to switch off the part of you that connects almost by sync with others. But you're needing to learn containment. You need to know where you begin and where others stop, right? Or where you stop and where others begin. You need that clear sense of, this is my energetic, my auric field, and that might require you, Pisces, to spend a little bit more time alone so you can calibrate your energy better, so you can get a sense of what the vibration feels like when it's just you, so that when other things are added to the mix, you're like, oh yeah, that lifts my vibration. Oh no, that's fucking with it. Like, and you need to know that, and not just in terms of other people, but you also need to know, hey, here's me at 100%. Oh, I'm out, I'm with this person, I'm on 25. Okay, withdraw. You need that right now. You can't just be out here spending yourself indiscriminately. You will be energetically, emotionally, and then therefore materially deprived. Third position, Eight of Wands in reverse. You know, I didn't actually, when I pull cards, I tend to have a look at the story before I come on the camera. Virgo, I like to get the detail of it and then talk to you about it. When I pulled your cards, I felt the beauty and the symmetry of the message. I wish you could see it, but I don't have the camera set up that way. And then I just went on camera. I didn't even really think through any of the messages. It is very much a sensory thing. It's very much your energy. With this Eight of Wands in reverse, Pisces, redirection is what it feels like. Hit and miss is what it feels like, but strong attraction is also what it feels like. You have the power this month because the next card that's underneath it is the King of Pentacles here. What it's saying is that you are attracting a hell of a lot. Now, some of this stuff you're attracting you don't want. And it's only happening because people see you as abundant. People see it's your season. They season, quote unquote. People, it's a very Christian term to say that it's your season. Hashtag Paula White. It's your time to to shine. They know that you are in this position, blessed by God, where you're going on a journey of expansion and growth and blessing, and they're like, oh, gotta get around Pisces then. Oh, Pisces about to glow up, gotta get around that person. Oh, you're about to go to the next level in your career, take me with you. These are people who are hanging to your coattails, so that you're attracting them because of your abundance, because you're appearing in your life like this. Now, this can be material financial abundance, but this is also really, with the King of Pentacles, a strong sense of self, like a strong sense of self-worth, wealth, internal wealth. This abundance can come from you really actually coming out of the normal Pisces haziness and illusion and being in this very Taurus-like sense of self, embodiment, physicality. You know who you are inside, so you know yourself as this Pisces soul, this thing behind the eyes, and then you know yourself in this physical flesh, and there's something really beautiful about that connection that's attracting people, things, opportunities. So that's why you can't be indiscriminate, because you're literally like a fishnet catching everything, and you need to be like, well, what I wanted was salmon. Do you know what I mean? It's like that. So things are coming, and I feel like it's almost like Neo in the Matrix. You got to slide to the left of some things and let these rods pass by. Like, that's not what I was calling into my vibration. Keep it moving, okay? And then the things that are for you, you want to grip it like some kind of Jedi and be like, yeah, I got that. So recognize that you're very attractive right now. Recognize it, embrace it, and also try to think about what it is that you're doing. You know, it's the thing that I said, right? The binding of spirit and physical and matter, the physicality, but you also get a sense of personal clarity. I was just looking at how long I've been going for. Get a sense of personal clarity around what other things are contributing to this energy here. This kings, got two kings in this reading. There's almost no feminine energy at all, so very masculine. So it's like all your cards are in reverse, which is the feminine energy, internalized magnetism, introspection, so that you can actually be the externalized masculine king energy here, regardless of your gender, please. Okay, this is you showing up in the world like this. Mastery. This is called to mastery right now, Pisces. The fourth position, so either fourth lesson or fourth character. Three of Wands in reverse. Some of you are calling up a wound at a karmic situation. Some of you are calling up a karmic relationship for yourself. Some of you are calling up exes, particularly people you have no business fucking with anymore, that you're like, I remember that time, and like maybe, and just like, let me fill up my energy and my space with something from the past. Because it's clarified, or the foundation of it. These aren't even clarified, these are just really the foundations and the action. Two of Cups in reverse, right? These are partnerships that you do not need to be in, Pisces. This is a looking back. This is a lingering. This is also, I feel, almost a disrespect to spirit, because this is what you're being given and this is what you're doing, okay? And you're like, oh, yeah, I'll get to that. You're blessing me? Yeah, I'm coming. And then you're like looking at what does not matter, at people who do not matter. And the only thing that can come from that, Pisces, I'm sorry for those of you who don't really like this kind of terminology, it's bullshit. That's the only thing that's coming. That's the only thing. I said you're attractive. You want to turn your attention and look at nonsense behind you, watch it swing its way right into your life with precision. Okay, this would be the type of conjuring. You ever talk about someone and they call you the next day? You ever think about someone and they show up in your life? You start conjuring up these people have nothing good to offer you, who want to spiral you down, who are going to make this leap off the cliff a jumping to your death rather than soaring into the next spiritual realm. It would be, how I see it is like, this for me feels like astral travel, right? Pisces domain. This would be like leaping and literally leaving the body, going to other planes, and then you, unfortunately, attaching yourself to people who keep you so anchored and rooted into this 3D trauma matrix, so that when you attempt to do this jump, you're so locked into the dense physical matter of the body and you can't leap. So for everybody, right? Whether all these 4 lessons apply to you, whether just some, whether you're just one of the characters, these next 2 cards apply to all of you listening who resonate with this message. And you get the 3 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. It's a warning. It's a time and season for everything, Pisces. And it's not the season to squander your wealth. It's not the season to squander the seeds God has given you to plant for the next one. I said this in Divine Lover School. It's like sometimes we're looking for a certain kind of harvest. We're looking for God to give us something, and we're like, oh, we've been working really long and hard on this. Like, when is this coming into our lives? And God's like, yeah, that harvest is growing, but you've forgotten that the next harvest, the next season needs to be planted now. You can't focus on what you're harvesting for this one until you've planted for the next one, so that you can enjoy this moment knowing you're provided for in the future. And some of you are taking the blessings and the joyfulness and what you've been gifted right now, and you're it's not a resting, because I was going to say resting on your laurels, and it's not that at all. It's almost like premature celebration. It's almost like, bitches, we made it. Do you know what I mean? Like being in such a I made it energy, because you're so happy that you're not dealing with this anymore. And Spirit's like, it's the equivalent of what I said about sitting down in the middle of the road and you're only halfway down the journey. Like, you haven't, basically the message is you haven't made it. Are you on path? Yes. Are you blessed? Yes. Are you abundant? Absolutely. But you've not made it. And so you're celebrating like there's no work left. And you know what will happen if you do that? You'll topple it. You will topple this. This is the end of the road, right? And I say that not to say I don't want you to have destination addiction, as people call it online. It's not about just getting somewhere, but this represents the abundance of the journey itself. But regardless, it's the vision you should hold. It's the thing that you refine yourself and move yourself towards, Pisces. This is it. And if you do this on the road to this, now I'm not saying don't rest, I'm not saying don't play, I'm not saying don't socialize with others, I'm not saying don't celebrate your successes, but if you put the celebration before the continuing of the work, you will put this in detriment. The work is not finished, okay? Speech to Bow, another Pisces, has a mug that says the work can't done. Okay, and that's it. It can't. Like, you work. And if anyone could tell you that, if there's anybody who can tell you that, it's a Virgo. And it's this Virgo, this particular Virgo, this Leona, who is tired, okay, who today was like, I'm not putting on anything, like I cannot, but yet the work has to continue. I couldn't just be like, hey, I've done a lot, I'm doing a lot, I don't think I'm gonna do Pisces reading. Like, that was not an option for me. I couldn't stop at the middle of the road of having done, 10 of the readings already. It was like, well, the commitment was 12, babe. So Spirit wasn't saying like, oh, never mind. But what did I have to do? You've been like, what, 2 days after the last set of readings I did, I had to rest, I had to recover. I was feeling really under the weather yesterday. So you do that. If you need this moment, take it, but it can only be a moment. What would have happened if I'd been like, let's be truthfully, in other months I've done it. There have been months, I think there was a month I didn't do Gemini and Sagittarius. What would happen if I'm like, do you know what? You did your best, girl, job well done, and pause. You were bought this. You don't do this. You don't get to this. So I feel like I've made that clear. If anyone can help you, it's a Virgo. Okay? You are opposite signs to us. And I'm actually learning so much from you right now as well, actually. You are really blessing me, Pisces, so thank you. You've also been mad well behaved this month. None of you have pressured me, okay? So I appreciate that. If you would like a personal reading with me, you may need to wait until the end of the month, because I think I'm sold out. But NicoleBlack.com/shop. And if you want to come vibe with other like-minded, beautiful, soulful people, it's the AStROMIXER on June 23rd at the Curtin Hotel. 7:30 p.m. doors open. Tickets on my website. Love you, Pisces. Be good this month.